Hello everyone. Uh, Today we're going to show you a demo scenario for email classification as part of the overall process for customer servicing fulfillment. Before we get into the demo, here is a typical scenario that plays out at a wholesale bank. A typical wholesale bank receives uh, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of emails from their customers regarding servicing for the accounts, any complaints, requests, any issues with their wire transfers, payments, and address change. Now, for most of the banks, these emails are received by customer servicing teams who first looking at those emails ascertain the intent and the service category of the email. Uh, for instance, these emails are then tagged into specific tickets. These tickets could be for change of address, wire transfer issues, statement requests, beneficiary change, or any disputes, uh, and or any account servicing requests such as credit line increase. Then from that point onwards, fulfillment team take over and initiate the resolution, which may involve updating the applications and responding to clients. These fulfillment teams often have to reach out to the clients in case of further information, for example, in case of any missing documentation. And once all these details have been received, the fulfillment team complete the servicing request. This is quite a tedious activity and involves a large operational footprint. At a typical top tier bank, there are hundreds of FTEs looking at steps 2, 3, 4, and 5. The email and the request volumes often exceed several millions. If you notice in this particular process, without getting past the unstructured data, that is these emails, there are large impediments of automating this process end to end. And hence, there is a need to look at technologies beyond RPA to achieve the same. At UiPath, we have tried to address this problem by building an auto classification of these customer requests. We created training and test data comprising of 200,000 actual emails from a regulatory archive as part of the data.gov initiative. This helped us create really client-ready and pre-trained model upon which these customer requests can be classified. As a second step, we went ahead and created an ontology or a classification model. To start with, we've created a classification model which classifies a request into 3 dimensions: product, subproduct, and issue. We believe this 3-tiered ontology will really allow the right tagging and routing of these requests to the right team within a bank. Thereafter, we defined classification models using one of our partner Evolution AI and trained the data set using the ontology. And finally, we defined our UiPath process flow, which will ingest the data from emails and apply these natural language processing models on top of them to come up with the output. Before we get to the live demo, here is the process flow. The customer will send the complaint and request in an email. Thereafter, the bot retrieves and extracts this email content from the mail folder for customer complaint. The bot passes the email narrative and invokes the classification models: product, subproduct, and issue type. Once the classification has been performed, the bot will move the emails to product-specific email folder, which is meant for specific teams. So for example, there would be a product, mortgage, and all the customer requests pertaining to mortgage will move to that folder automatically. In addition to moving the email to the specific folder, we'll also create an output Excel with the original email, the classified product, subproduct, and issue type, along with confidence level. This confidence level will then be used to trigger a human in loop in the future releases of this demo, wherein if the confidence level is low, the human in the loop can validate, confirm, and modify the classified category. And as a result of that, it could again go back to the model retraining for continuous improvement. Let us now shift into the UiPath live demo. Here is our UiPath process flow. This process flow comprises of three main parts, one being classification model for product, another for subproduct, and the third one for the issue. We will start executing this particular process on the emails that we have received from the customer. Please note that we have gone ahead and already populated our folders with 16 such emails with actual content from the customer. I will now run the process from Studio. Once the process has been executed, we will find the process will pick up each of these 16 emails and run it through the models. And once those models will provide the output, the RPA will move them to the right subfolder. We're already seeing the number from the root folder reducing and corresponding subfolders increasing in the hierarchy. This process will run for a few more minutes till all of the remaining emails get classified into the particular subfolder. As we can see, the execution is completed and this classification has been done. Let's look at few examples to see the efficacy of this particular process. In this case, we can see this particular customer is complaining about a student loan specialty firm, and the model has correctly classified it under student loan. There are 4 examples in case of mortgage, and we'll find that each of these examples is pertinent to mortgage as a product. Now that we have seen the classification successfully, let us look at the output that was created using other classifying categories. For this particular example, we have created a simple spreadsheet which will capture the email narrative from the customer, the product category, the confidence score that the model provided, along with sub-product category, its respective confidence score, and issue type and its respective confidence score. How we can use this data is to apply a logic that if a particular classifying category, so for example, in the case of email number 9, if the confidence level is below 75% or 80%, then these emails could be sent to a human to reclassify or relook at the categories that have been applied for to really complete the human in loop model. Coming back to the process, we believe that using this particular solution, automation levels will increase across the customer service and fulfillment, and banks will be able to achieve high level of automation in hitherto uncharted areas within their operations landscape. Thank you.